Van is gonna hit the guardrail, so that's gonna be another huge loss for him. Sting is gonna be really close here.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. We are going to be hopping straight in. This is the Revolt Endurance Championship. Now, I did have something I wanted to show y'all. I want to show y'all this works, okay? I want to prove to y'all. Before I hop in the lobby, I'm going to prove to... Wait, that's a terrible track for this. Hold on, this is not a good track for this. This is not a good track for this. Hold on. Hallows Eve. Name a better track than that. I'm showing y'all this works. Okay, you'll see with your own eyes, right? Okay. All right. Okay, so there you go. There you see. So we are going to be putting that into play here today. I wanted to show everybody that it exists and is functioning. We've got live scores, or distances rather. Please, Kippy. I have beat the game. There's just some kind of visual bug where I don't know. I don't know what's going on, honestly. I just added an apostrophe to the IP, so I might have to restart my game here. Please don't. Okay, cool. Welcome in, everybody. I was just showing that we do have the updated live distances calculator. We've also got Pokers here today with the picture-in-picture, so shout out to him. Let's see how we're doing here. Do we have any information for y'all? Perhaps. I can tell y'all right now, I'm in the lobby. We got Frostbitten, Lampert, Famous, Airtsu, GeForce, and Powerade here in the lobby. We might be able to look at some... Okay, cool. Let's do that. Is that... Okay, so it's cut off a bit, unfortunately, but what it says is Revolt Endurance Championship Season 4 total standings. And none taken, Kippy. So, we had Famous winning Schools Out 2 after 2 weeks in a row of not coming in first. Unprecedented stuff. Stigox winning White Rose Chapel, which is Frostbitten's home track, as well as Urban Sprint 1. Famous was able to reverse the curse on Schools Out 2. GeForce getting second place, and in fact, it looked like GeForce might be winning that one. Obviously, we're showing the information like this because Kiki unfortunately did not have the time this week to do our beautiful art that they usually do. So shout out to Kiki for that one. So we'll also be showing the driver of the day, which was indeed GeForce. For this week, we allowed the winner of the race to also be voted on for driver of the day. And so Famous got 4 votes, Powerade got 3, and GeForce got 8. So congratulations to GeForce winning over half the vote there to be our driver of the day. And it makes sense. He was competing with Famous head to head. I love leaving school, says GeForce. So good to have you here. Congratulations, winning driver of the day on Schools Out 2. I know, not exactly as good as winning that gold medal that you can bite on with your teeth and you can show people that it's real, like you're at the Olympics. But you did get driver of the day, so congratulations on that. Okay, what else do we have? I think that's about it. I think we're about ready to hop in. Stingox has made his way in. Now, so we found out who likes leaving school, but do we know who likes leaving the spa? Because I feel like the amount of people who would enjoy leaving the spa is actually much lower than the amount of people who would enjoy leaving school. So we'll see if that's the case. Or we'll see if maybe, you know, people get caught up with all the different things that you can do within a spa. There's the hot tubs, the jacuzzis, there's the pools. Now, if I could just get my Revolt back up. Cool. So, I think we should be starting soon. We'll have our qualifier. Now, keep in mind, the qualifier is based on best lap. So, all the racers will have 5 minutes to set their best lap. After this 5 minutes, best laps will be recorded. If you start your lap before the 5 minute mark, you can finish your lap. Everything should be pretty clear there. Might have some new people joining us, but for the most part, it's hardcore endurance enthusiasts, and y'all have been with us the whole way through, so you know what's going on. We might be able to make a hot tub commentary stream happen. It should have happened here for Spa Bowl 2. But as we can see, the upcoming tracks are Helios and Jailhouse Rock, and I wouldn't say there's necessarily a jacuzzi at the jail, but there's definitely a pool at the jail, so we might be able to make that happen for Jailhouse Rock. Remind me. We can get Tara on guest commentary for our hot tub commentary stream. We'll be very chill and not awkward or weird. We'll just be very chill and enjoyable and not weird. Okay, so everybody here today. Laggy Rock is made in, Stingok's made in, Kilobaris made in. They started playing some weird music, so I might have to move off of it. Just while we got a second. Aphex Twin makes music one time and everyone feels like this is the thing they have to do. Let's give this a chance. How's everybody doing? We've got a nice little... Yeah, G4 is cool, dude. Alright, so we should be headed in shortly. Frostbitten kind of explaining what's going on. Qualifier ends at 6 minutes today. You drive a fake lap around at the start, and you start real laps after timer hits 1 minute. So we are still having 5 minutes of racing. It's just that you do a fake lap to start us out. Interesting. Okay. So we got Pokers standing by. He'll be hopping in for the picture-in-picture once our real race begins. But again, excited to have the picture-in-picture opportunities. And we'll also have the live distances going, as long as we can keep that code working. So a lot to watch out for here at Spa Volt. A couple people going for some jumps there. Very cool. A couple people getting caught up in the cleaning supplies. Oh, we got Frost going for the NASCAR style stuff. Very cool, very cool. I'm from NASCAR country, if y'all didn't know. And I don't mean America, I mean real NASCAR country. The Appalachian Mountains. The mountains of Appalachia. Okay, we're getting ready here, set up. Now, everybody has to wait until 1 minute to begin racing. So that's what everybody is waiting for. Frost is going to lead, just so everyone is clear on how to do it. And you know what? We'll watch him start this lap out. Or maybe we'll watch Famous. A little bump to begin us off already. Ah, okay. He does manage to stay in there. make sure y'all can hear the audio. Yeah, as always, if anything's ever off, just say it. It's not a big deal for me to do a little remix on the audio tracks. Okay, Famous and Frost both wrecking. Keela, wait, are we allowed to do that? Ooh, holy shit. Wait. Because that literally messes up his next lap. Like, his next lap got started, but he wasn't going anymore. So it messes up your next lap, but I guess it's with... I didn't see anywhere that Frostbitten said that you can't do that. So for y'all who maybe don't know, there used to be a second ending, like a shortcut ending. That was a big ramp. They took the ramp out, but you can still use the leaves there on the left to jump over and clip the finish line. So I'm really intrigued by what Keela just did. We're gonna see if he maybe can do another perfect lap again. Maybe put this cut on display. Is that the same in Supermarket 1? Ah, yeah, now that I think about it. Yeah, it's definitely less dramatic than here at Spa Vault 2, but yeah, it seems like it. Keela Barris is gaining on Famous here, and they're... Okay, he goes for it again. And he gets an even better lap, 38.185 there. But G-Force has a 37.894. And I don't even know if he's been doing the cut. He does wreck. 38.8 for Lampert. 38.598 for Frost. Excellent for Keela. Oh, Ertzu with almost a 40. He's been struggling. Famous has been struggling. 39. Lagyrock with almost a 41. Stingox with a 41.5. I'm like, oh, no way it can get worse. Oh, we actually got worse than that. Okay, so I think G-Force is starting his real lap here. That was just kind of a fake lap because he went for the shortcut, I'm assuming. Timer until 6 minutes. Don't forget a reminder being handed out by Frost. Let's see him go for it. Oh, lights, camera, action. Feeling a little camera shy there. Interesting. All right, G-Force gonna have to give it another go. Some insecurity here on the race track. Keela isn't gonna be going for that. Ertzu. Well, this is actually good. He probably didn't even want to. Take your time. Yep, go ahead. Wow, we're really gonna get set up. Ertzu's feeling like, all right, this is the lap right here, y'all. This is the lap. All right, let's see. G-Force should be near attempting a lap again. No, he's way back. Traffic cone, I think. Woo! Just barely not 37, 38.042. Nice one by Famous. Of course, he is going to have to just chill. Yeah, he's done. He's going to have to accept that. Lagyrock shaved down his time by about 2 seconds. Powerade's got time to start a new lap here. Try to get a sub 38, but a 38.122. Very good for Powerade. G-Force wrecking out again. G-Force is going to be... I think he should have plenty of time to start one more attempt at a lap here. We're going to make sure of that. Yeah, he's got plenty of time there to finish it up. Powerade wrecking. Okay. Keela Barris not going to be able to finish. Lampert just... Okay, he's going to send it. So, Frost finishing up. He gets a 38.016. 38.064. Man, so many 38.0xx's. We should still see G-Force rolling through. Hopefully he doesn't take the... Oh! I need to zip the lip here. Every time I said the name G-Force, something happened. He's just gonna full send right into right into Stingox's car there. Really offensive stuff out of G-Force. G-Force said, "Come to Brazil, I take you there." Thank you for that follow. So, basically, what happens now is we compile all of those best lap times, and you know what? I should be flipping through the cars right now to show you all those best lap times. So we'll do that first. 37.894 for G, 38.679 Lampert, 38.01.185 for the Tequila, 0.64. So I think Sting is second place. Frost is third. Powerade is fourth. Tequila is fifth. Ertzu 277, not bad. Should be around sixth. Actually, Famous snuck in there, so Famous is going to be in front of pretty much all those names I just listed, except for G-Force. I think Famous might be second there. The only sub 38 is G-Force, and he did it with over 100 milliseconds to spare. So, pretty nice by G-Force. So, what this means is we're going to take a moment to compile a list of best laps, and then we are going to be announcing the starting order of the official race. The official race should be starting at 19:30 UTC, the same hour that it is right now, so in about 15 minutes. So feel free to step away, get a snack, a drink, of course, all the usual. And we'll be back here. We should be starting the race at 19:30, I think. So, yeah, Laggy Rock is asking, so I can confirm for y'all. And once we have the official race, the qualifiers basically determined who gets the pole position here, and who has the misfortune of being the last place to start us out. Best lap, obviously, at the front, worst lap at the back. And I'll have the distinct honor of telling them when they can go. And you know what? I might just keep him at the start line for a couple minutes here today. The spa. We're here at a spa. I'm going to teach him to take things, you know, a little slower, a little more patiently here. I might just wait 2-3 minutes, you know? I just have him waiting. When's he gonna say go? Why hasn't he said go yet? Okay, so we are gonna start at 1924 UTC, which is in, I think, 10 minutes. So not quite as long as I said originally. I think we got about 10 minutes here, maybe more like 9 minutes. This is a place for relaxing. Please, no stress allowed. We will be relaxing. We will not be, you know, we'll be chilling. Okay. In the meantime, we will do a channel points prediction poll, and you can predict who you think is going to win Spa Vault 2. I'll leave that poll up for 5 minutes. I will be back in 5 minutes. So, cheers. Hello, hello, hello. Did I surprise y'all? I think I might have messed up the timer. I think we might need to go faster than I thought. So, G-Force, by 122 milliseconds, is going to be out in first. Frostbitten just barely in second. I mean, yeah, just barely in second by, you know, a couple milliseconds there. Famous in third. Sting in fourth by, again, just like 20 milliseconds. We've got Powerade 5th, Kilobar 6th, Air2 7th, Lampert 8th, and Leggy Rock 9th. So we will be hopping in shortly, I do believe. And yeah, keep it strictly business, Kippy. Keep in mind, if you have not done your channel points predictions and you don't live in Poland, because you can't do it in Poland unless you have a VPN, now is your time to predict. Running out of time in that prediction. Sorry to my Polish betters. You will need a VPN for that one. Okay. Headed to our main page. I think we said 1922, or did we say 1924? I honestly don't recall which one. We might have another 2 minutes here. Shout out to time. It's just a construct we all followed anyways. This is the philosophical hour here at Revolt United before we hop into Spa Bowl 2. Attending to more serious matters though, we've got Frostbitten, Lampert, Famous, Airsuit, G-Force, Powerade, Laggy Rock, Stingox, and Kilobars, and they're all on the Toyota here for 70 laps of Spa Bowl 2. Once chat starts going here, in-game chat of course, not the Twitch chat. Twitch chat always pops off. But once the in-game chat starts going again, I guess we'll attend to it. Probably need to turn down that music some. Hey. All right. First chatter of the day, Amma wishes good luck to today's racers. Thank you, Amma. Lampert asking, shall we? I think we shall. Hoping for some close battles and dramas indeed. Let's go ahead and give picture-in-picture test run here before we start. Cool. Now, what if I also do a browser capture? Okay. Just getting everything situated while we wait for the racers to hop in. Trust me, you do not want to see my desktop. My desktop is never going to get leaked. Duck is a technical magician. He makes magic happen with technology, and he has done it here. We got live distances, and we got best laps, and we're gonna give it a go here as we hop straight in. Now, keep in mind they are just gonna be setting up, so we can hide this for now. Let's I'm just getting it all situated a little bit here. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. And they're away. All right. Everything is in order, including our racers. Already. A bit of a gap between Frost and Sting. G-Force tipping the corner right away. Frostbitten gonna run into the sliding glass door though. And all things come up Stingox on our first lap. Famous scooting by. Ah! Famous and Frost. I can't even exactly tell you what happened there. But it was certainly detrimental to the both of them. And we've got one racer who has broken away. His name's Stingox. I think that was Lampert and Frost. Frost has been getting quite unlucky in these initial laps. G-Force Rex. Okay, and I think maybe we could show picture-in-picture as our leader, and we could get this the battle for third-ish on the main screen, maybe second-ish rather. And there it is indeed. I think we had a wreck in the meantime while I was doing that. So now it's just Air 2, Famous and Frost, second, third, fourth. Sting leading out in first in our picture-in-picture. About 50 meters of gap. Air 2 wrecking. It's down to Famous versus Frost, a classic battle here for second place. And it's a head-to-head between Famous and Frost already. Famous with a moment of instability. Okay. So Laggy Rock is in fourth, actually. He started out in the very last place position based on best lap time. If Pokers, you want to move back to Frost versus Famous here, yeah. Boom. Okay, so got the middle battle for midfield and front field. Stingox has done a great job at breaking away. So Air 2 wrecking, G-Force also, Lampert. Wow, the wrecks are really coming out here early on. Famous and Frost and Laggy Rock seem to be the only people not making wrecks. Of course, Stingox as well. And it looks like Famous and Frost are getting pretty close to Sting. Sting might have actually had an accident. Because as you can see from the live distances, they're only 10, 20 meters behind Stingox right now. Lagerrock, Lampert, Kilabaris, G-Force all slugging it out. Air 2, some more wrecks, and he's blocked Power 8 at this point. Lampert slide, Kilabaris on the pass. Of course, I expect to see these positions change hands a number of times. G-Force and Keela. It looked like G-Force collided with Keela and caused that wreck for Keela. Hard to say for sure. Sting has set a new best lap there on lap 7. And Frost currently has the best lap in our race. Laggy Rock, this is someone who we've talked about how a lot of his racing comes down to consistency. It's not necessarily having the best line, but it's about driving that line very consistently and not making mistakes. So on a track like Spa Vault 2, where it seems like everyone in the lobby is making a great deal of mistakes, Laggy Rock is shining. He's only in 4th place at the moment. He's doing a great job defending against Lampert and G-Force. G-Force trying to nudge his way through. Famous has wrecked in the meantime up in our battle for 2nd, 3rd. Frostbitten now 70 meters behind Stingox. So Stingox is feeling great. Well, I say that. This number is changing quite dramatically and rapidly. It doesn't look like Stingox has made has had any major wrecks, so he continues on about 60 meters ahead. G-Force trying to find some speed to overtake, but he collides with the wall. Lampert did find some speed as well. Now he's right on top of Laggy Rock. Will we see him go for the pass on the inside? Not quite. Just going to keep it chill here through a tricky part of the track. On the outside that time, he gets sandwiched in by Laggy Rock. Stingox holding strong, and in fact, he's got the best lap in the race right now. He just set it on lap 10 there. He just moved on to lap 11. And no one is setting best laps this lap. Personal best, I mean. Laggy Rock does. Laggy Rock finds a new best lap for himself. But he's really being challenged by Lampert, and he gets sent flying into the laundry, I think partially by Lampert there. In the meantime, in our picture-in-picture, Frost has held on to 2nd ever since Famous wrecked a couple laps back. Stingox has been sitting very prettily, 70 meters to his name out in 1st. G-Force finds a pass on Lampert in the main screen. In the meantime, moves up into 4th place, gets around him, can start putting some work into catching Famous, but he's got a lot of work to do as he's 70 meters back there already here on lap 12. It's been quick. It's been quick. Flipping back since we seem to have a moment. Laggy Rock chilling and maybe a little bit too soon. Let's see how they handle this portion. They're handling it quite well. That's been a trouble area for G-Force. Laggy Rock surviving as well. Kilabaris we haven't talked about much today. Some honks coming out. I think Lampert might have gotten wrecked there. Power 8 in last right now, but Power 8 was showing so strong on the qualifier. So in the meantime, Frost is now 40 meters ahead of Famous. We got a we got a little bit of a head-to-head here that we can show for a second, Frost and Famous. They were leading on the first lap, and it seems like it's a storyline that is often reoccurring here at the Revolt Endurance Championship and in competitive events in general. Famous versus Frost. a classic, legendary duel. But they seem to be continuing pretty normally. So I'll go ahead and start flipping through a little bit. We got GeForce, Lampert, Laggy Nearby. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Lampert who flung Laggy into the clothesline. Not the clothes pile, rather. So we'll see if Laggy gets his revenge here. If he's going to opt for revenge. If he'll be able to even catch Lampert for it. In the meantime, in our picture-in-picture, we've got Stingox holding strong. He hasn't continued adding to his distance away from Frost, but in fact, he's maybe lost about 10 meters since we last talked about him. But he's still holding strong to that first place and looking very consistent. Frost Rex. Giving more breathing room to Stingox. And keep in mind, we've got GeForce about 70-80 meters back and forth. So if Frost and Famous continue to duke it out, we could see GeForce sneaking up behind them and getting involved in this battle as well. In fact, let's check that situation. Okay, yeah, we were watching. Yes, picture-in-picture has that. Yeah, I'll show it on the main screen. Famous versus Frost. Because that is a battle that is once again on our hands. Frost has not been the most consistent driver here on Spa Vault 2. And he once again is finding himself in a tricky situation here. Famous with the current best lap in the race. Just narrowly beating out Stingox. Frostbitten is currently 4th place best lap. Powerade has passed up Kilobaris. It is now Kilobaris who has that misfortune of occupying 9th. And not just that, but Powerade is also hauling ass towards Ertzu. Laggy has fallen back into 6th place. Famous. Ooh, and this is a tricky part of the track. Definitely. Absolutely. That doesn't mean that I'm not surprised to see Famous wrecking there, but especially the way he compounded it. Wasn't able to quite recover. And now he's about the same distance from Frost as Frost is from Sting. Yeah. Okay, back to the action. Oh, Kilobaris. Understandable Kilobaris. Hate that. But welcome into the chat. Welcome into the chat nonetheless. In the meantime, we actually missed some action. We missed some very, very important action, and I do deeply apologize for that. We had GeForce on the pass against Famous. And Frost is sitting very comfortably at about 100 meters ahead of GeForce and Famous. And he's also chasing down Stingox. Stingox is our current race leader. Today we've got live distance app from Duck that I got working. It also shows best laps there on the main screen on the side. So you can keep up to date on all the races. It was a user error, an operator error by me, and I'm never going to tell anybody what the error was because it's too embarrassing. So, but just know that it's here today. So be sure to check in on that as well. In the meantime, we've got the picture-in-picture here on the backfield race. This duel between Powerade and Ertzu has been continuing on. Right now I'm showing in the main screen GeForce versus Famous for 3rd place. And that seems to be our main 2 battles that we got going on. Okay, I'll just tell y'all. I was in the wrong folder. I wasn't in my Revolt folder. Okay, there I said it, and now y'all know. But anyways, GeForce Wreck. He's been wrecking at this place a lot, and I told y'all my deepest darkest secret at the wrong time because we got more action here in the RVEC. Famous versus GeForce is back on the menu. GeForce gonna try some stunts. He can't get around Famous there. It is what it is. Okay. It's two legendary duels going on simultaneously. We've still got Power 8 versus Air 2. Power 8 has passed up Air 2. He's also hunting down Lampert. And we've also got GeForce and Famous here for third. I'm still keeping up to date on how Stingox versus Frost is going. Ooh! Famous. He does manage to block GeForce. It looked like an accidental thing, but Famous going to hold on to third, but just by the hair of his teeth, and there it goes. He looked for a while like he was struggling to hold on to that one. So as we move upfield a little bit, Frost continues to be 75, 80 meters behind Sting. Now I will say it looked like at one point he was over 100 meters behind. So at least he has cut down the gap a bit. But you know what? I think we will show the man of the hour, Stingox, for just a bit. It does look like, I think that's GeForce and Famous still fighting. And then in the picture-in-picture, we've still got Lampert, Power 8, Air 2. In the meantime, Power 8 has closed the gap on Lampert quite spectacularly. We will see if he can move on into 5th place. Lampert was challenging podium positions for a while, but eventually did fall out of that a bit. Okay, and there's a lap for Sting. Excellent execution on that drop down bump up. Had a lot of speed going into it. No issues there for him. And let's see Famous versus G. It's still going on strong. We're now watching from Famous's perspective as he's the pursuer now. Quite the change of fate. He did just set a new best lap for himself. No, he didn't, but he has the best lap in the race overall. Followed by GeForce and then Sting. And Laggy Rock. Ooh. Tricky corner. It claims Famous's life. Well, we'll say one of his lives, because it wasn't that big of a wreck, and he's kind of a cat. You know what I mean? He's never really out of it. Like you think, yeah, that was 9 lives. And he's like, nope, still got one more, actually. Power 8 passing up Lampert in the meantime. Laggy Rock and Ertzu is another duel on our hands. And we're turned into the backfield here for a bit. As you can see in our live standings over on the left in the main screen, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all pretty clear, all pretty chill. GeForce and Famous, a good battle indeed to watch. Might have spoken too soon on there not being action between the two of them. They do still see each other. Look at all of my technologies. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's get Laggy Rock and Ertzu on the picture-in-picture here, out in the back, and I'll switch with you. Ertzu tip in the corner, perfect timing. Laggy Rock finds the pass there. What else do we have? Oh, a tip from Frostbitten out of nowhere on the jacuzzi entrance, and he's tripping up through the double turn as well. GeForce looking good. We played this yesterday, didn't we? I gotta switch it up a little bit. GeForce, oh my god, In the meantime, he goes for the best lap route, and he, like a true stuntman, he somehow just completely rolls out of it and is still challenging Frost. Did anybody see that? Like, what was that? What was that? He was like, "No, I'm doing this. I'm sending this. I'm good. We're good. I'm sending that. I'm sending that." That was crazy launch by GeForce. And he does set the best lap in the race. So if you're unfamiliar with the RVEC, you might be wondering, why the hell did he just do that? Well, you get points for having the best lap. You get 3 points if you have the best lap in the lobby. So that's exactly why GeForce went for that. And another wreck out of Frost, minor to be sure, but this is exactly what GeForce needed. And we asked, we said, are we going to see GeForce moving up in the rankings? And I was curious, I was a little skeptical, because he's up against Frostbitten and Famous. But he's just passed them both up in the blink of an eye. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to catch Sting. But this is incredible recovery out of GeForce. In the meantime, we've got Powerade versus Lampert. Powerade has been doing insane recovery work. He was in 9th place. He was in 9th place for the majority of our stream so far today. He's currently sitting in 5th. And this isn't just an easy field where you just can pass. I mean, even the best racers are going to have trouble passing up these racers, even in the backfield. So Powerade is really tearing it up. In the meantime, GeForce versus Frost. This battle is certainly still on. And it looks like Laggy Rock versus Airtsu is still on too. Now, Powerade has a wreck and GeForce has a wreck simultaneously. Lampert passes, Frostbitten passes. Oh my, you've got to have two eyes, and one going one way and one going the other way. Of course, most people have two eyes, but can you make them go opposite directions? That's another question entirely. The only people who can do that were the people who are going to witness both of the wrecks that just happened. And Powerade seems to be succumbing to some pressure here. Lampert has managed to blaze away from this one, but GeForce still holding it strong to Frost, despite a pretty spectacular wreck out of GeForce. And this is perfect for Stingox. This is exactly what Stingox wanted, exactly what he needed. There's always a time and a place for a Dolo quote, and that was just the perfect time and the perfect place. Give yourself a pat on the back for that one, Makakowski. In the meantime, Powerade, Airtsu, GeForce, Frost. It continues. Powerade, he gains 4 positions. He loses 2. He wrecks some more. This is the story of the turtle and the well, or whatever the hell that fable is. Either way, Powerade is definitely trapped in a well of sorts. A well of despair caused by wrecking. Will he be able to climb his way out? He's up against Laggy Rock here. He is holding out against Laggy Rock. Frost and G in the meantime. This has been a tricky part for both racers. We've seen Frost wreck right here. We've seen GeForce wreck a ton right here. So we'll see nothing. GeForce has also wrecked a lot right here. All right. All of them managing to continue on unscathed. Airtsu setting a new best lap for himself. In the meantime, GeForce spinning out of nowhere. That seems like might be a track issue more so than GeForce driving issue right there. And we have seen a huge number, but maybe you can plan around that. Maybe it could have been a better angling from GeForce into the jump or something like that. Neither here nor there, because guess what? He's still got Frostbitten right there in front of him. I like it. We got some head-to-head cam going on as the backfield got broken up a bit. We do still have, I think we had Airtsu and Powerade, maybe? But anyways, this is our head-to-head for second place. GeForce set a new best lap for himself on lap 35. So GeForce is going to be coming in super hot to this. And he already had the best lap in the race before that new best lap. So he's the only one in the race right now with the sub 38. G-Force has got to be feeling pretty good about that one. In the meantime, it does look like Powerade is approaching Air2 once again. Yeah, Pokers, let's get down to that backfield battle. I think 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Yeah, there's Powerade, Air2, Laggy Rock. There it is, 6th, 7th, 8th. Powerade, Air2, Laggy Rock. The battle for backfield. In the meantime, Frost versus G on the main screen. You're right, Zydo. I like that. Very Sisyphusian struggle of sorts. Air2, one wrong move, and he's back to the backfield. All the way back, that is. 8th place. He does have the second best lap overall. A wreck on a bench out of Frost. Did I see that correctly? A bench, please. And G-Force moves right past him. Now, Frost does set a best lap, and Sting sets a best lap as well in the meantime. But at the cost of his life. Wow, and look at how much distance Frost ended up losing off of that. Jeez. That's crazy. And you can see just from the numbers just how much this race has become scattered, a very scattered affair. We do still have 6th, 7th, 8th, especially 7th, 8th. But I think it's time for me on the main screen to put a little bit of a spotlight on Sting. And we can look at just how he's driving through this. Now, Sting, he may be in first place by 140 meters, but he's only got the 4th place best lap. So you can see consistency getting him very far away. If he wrecks even a little bit, I will move off of him. So in the picture-in-picture, we have Air2 and Laggy Rock, and then in the main screen, we've got Stingux, who is approaching Air2 and Laggy Rock. So it is a head-to-head of sorts. We'll see if Stingux is able to get around this lap traffic, because when they're tightly locked in like this, they don't necessarily want to let you by, even though you're a lap ahead. Over 100 meters between G-Force and Frost for 2nd, 3rd. Frost is actually quite close to Famous. Okay, and as the battle between Air2 bringing it right back to Laggy Rock, saying, hey, I felt bad about how you slowed down to let Stingux pass, so I'm gonna let you pass. Powerade finds the best lap. Okay, and I think what we're gonna do now, we've shown a good amount of Sting, and he's been racing quite well, but we've got somewhat of a potential battle between Frost and Famous. It seems to be the closest battle on our hands here for 3rd, 4th, and I gotta remind y'all, it seems like it was centuries ago at this point, but there was a point in time where only Famous and Frost had won a race at the RVEC, and we've been here for 4 seasons. I think it was like 2 seasons in a row that nobody won except for Frost and Famous. But here they are battling for 3rd, 4th. We've seen Stingox win 2 races in season 2 of the RVEC. Will we see him win a 3rd? Will we see him win a 3rd? Will we possibly see G-Force win a race? We'll see. Yeah, a little bit of a police roadblock. Famous has wrecked. Okay. So, I mean, if you're looking at that distance, the live distances, you'll see there's really not much of anything going on. The closest battles are backfield. And I think I'll cover that for just a moment here. Yeah, Pokers, feel free to cover whoever you'd like in the front field. It does look like Frost and Famous is still pretty close. But in the meantime, putting a bit of a spotlight backfield, we've had Air2 and Powerade. I would say Air2 and Powerade have both been showing moments where it looked like they could be rising up towards podium but they both had moments of weakness as well. Oftentimes compounded weakness. Stingox is indeed losing a good amount of ground to G. Wow. I think it must have been a wreck. We see a wreck at a power 8 as well, but it looked like Ertzu copied it. Yeah, and Ertzu is going to lose all of his speed going into that bump up. Okay. Thank you for that follow. Glad you're enjoying. For the moment, we've got competitive Revolt 4 days a week. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right around 19 UTC for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 18 UTC for Wednesday. Frostbitten sets a new best lap. And it's the best lap in the entire race so far. 45 laps down. 70 laps in total. Now, I know that the program says lap 46 of 84. It's out of 70, don't worry. So, on the picture-in-picture, we're still showing second place. G-Force trying to close the gap against Sting. Sting Rex, we see from Ertzu's perspective. Oh my. You're right. One, like, maybe 10 milliseconds there on the pass for Frost. G-Force chasing down Sting. I think we got to move to a head-to-head cam here. And I'm not going to say who the head-to-head is, you know, would hate to cast a curse, so it'll just be a up in the air kind of question. Who knows who the head-to-head is? And we'll watch that for a little bit. Now, if you are invested in that backfield battle between Ertzu, Laggy and Powerade, you can still continue to watch that via the distance numbers. And if I see it fluctuating, we will flip back. But we've got quite the battle on our hands. First place, Stingox on the main screen. G4 second place, challenging on the picture-in-picture. Sorry to reveal who I've got where. I said I wouldn't do that, but I did anyways. G-Force Rex on the ramp. And giving Sting just the amount of breathing room that he probably needed there. Frost versus Famous continues to rage on. In fact, that's closer than Sting versus G at this point. Our 6th, 7th, 8th continues to be Power 8, Ertzu, Laggy Rock. Power 8 was at a point where he had passed up Lampert and was hunting down G-Force, I think. But the situation has since changed. Okay, so we're going to flip off Sting here in the main picture. Let's keep G-Force there on the picture-in-picture to see if he's approaching Sting at any point. But we do have a second battle on our hands, Frost versus Famous, something we talked about a lot today, and we apparently will continue talking about it as they stay locked into contention, now battling for 3rd, 4th. It was a battle for 2nd, 3rd. It's moved into a battle for 3rd, 4th, but still a close battle all the same. It's even closer than that 6th, 7th, 8th brawl that was once neck and neck. Oh my! Now, that looked to be a full-on wreck out of Famous. It looked like he might have just lost a little bit. Oh my, G-Force versus Sting. We've got to flip back. We got the head-to-head cam here. Let's keep, no, let's keep it on Sting and G-Force here. You can stay on, yeah. Oh my, the pressure is on for Sting, unquestionably. G-Force has got to tune down his excitement a little bit though. Stay focused on his own line. Try to pass Sting. Can't get too distracted by the fact that Sting is right there after so many laps of hunt, of chase. I think Famous has wrecked in the meantime, and now Lampert in fact, is challenging Famous instead. But in the meantime, for a second, the battle of the day. Sting versus G. Lap 52. And we've got lap traffic on our hands. Ertzu, a very respectful driver. But this is a tricky part to slow down. Will he let Sting by? When will he let Sting by? G-Force is wrecked. G-Force is wrecked again. And that battle is broken away. Ertzu lets Sting by. Very nicely done. Okay, so we can stay. I know not much work for you, Pokers, but you can stay there on G-Force. I'll move back just a bit for a second here and see how this battle is doing here. We got Frost, Lampert, and Famous, all about 100 meters between the three. The chatter's curse in full effect. In fact, you know what, Pokers? Let's switch places. You head over to Famous, or Frost, or Lampert, either one of those. And I'll tune into G-Force here on the main screen since it is our main race. And they still are keeping it close, 50 meters. Burduranga, take notes. They went in on this song, did they not? They went off on this song. They said, we're going to make the craziest song ever. We do have a little bit of a lull in the action. Any lull in chat? But we do have a little bit of a lull in the action here. About 50 meters is our closest battle. But as we all know here at the Revolt Endurance Championship, as the lap count ticks down, the tensions heighten. Frost has got our best lap in the race. Famous just set a new best lap for himself. Oh my! Oh my! Oh no! Sting fans are in shambles. No, G-Force fans are in shambles. That could have been much worse for G-Force than it was. Alright, let's head back to the head-to-head, Pokers. You can cover G-Force. I'll have Sting there on the main screen. No pressure. Nice little wall bang. He's got great speed. G-Force does as well. Lap 57. Power 8, acknowledging that Sting is coming and that he will let him by. But again, a tricky part to try to pass right here. Doesn't look like he'll be able to catch him yet. Okay, and he does stay focused on his line very well. A tricky part of the track, as we've seen time and time again. Lampert has set a new best lap for himself. He's hunting down Famous in the meantime. It did look like it was closer than it was. But you know what isn't close, looking like it's closer than it is? Sting versus G, that 1 meter. And it does indeed look like 1 meter. Oh, on the inside, G. Like it was nothing. He's like, hey man, did you know you can take this line instead? Hey, Sting, you know there's this line, right? And G-Force takes the pass. Now, Sting has been holding strong this entire race, but G-Force has come up. He's risen from the ashes. He was out 4th, 5th place, way far back. We wondered if he would catch Famous. or if he would catch Frost. And he's out here in first place. Yeah, better analysis than I had there, Keelbars. Indeed, a tactical pass. Power 8. Oh, he's in the mix. He's in the mix. He's going to let him by. Famous has set our new best lap. And he set a new best lap for himself. Sting sets a new best lap for himself. And he finds a pass on G-Force. And he's on the inside. G-Force doesn't get pushed out. He's still holding strong. But that is a bona fide pass by Sting. We've got 10, 11 laps remaining. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. G-Force full sending it. I can't believe Sting didn't get thrown into the chair. G-Force Rex. He's getting too close. Flying too close to the sun. And Sting holds strong. G-Force Rex, he has to flip his car manually. Wow, and just like that, in an instant, it's all gone. 60 meters, back for Sting. And this would have been a monumental occasion. It would have been our second person who isn't Famous or Frost to win the RVEC, but it's not over yet, obviously. We saw 60 meters lost in an instant. We could see 60 meters gained in an instant. In the meantime, we can check out, I think, Frost versus Famous as well. I can stay on G-Force. We can move there. Oh, wow. Caught it at the perfect time. It looked like Famous was going to be able to catch Frost for... Oh my god! Sting has wrecked. It's back to nuclear between the two of them. Oh my god. The consistency has completely fallen away, and pressure has taken its place. G-Force on the pass. RVA is in here representing. They've got to be happy about the G-Force pass. Oh my! Whoa, G-Force said, wait. G-Force had a PTSD moment. He thought he was on the previous version of Spa Bowl 2, and that he was going to have to go into that head-on collision area. But no, you don't have to do that anymore. And this continues to be our closest battle. Always a treat when first and second are the closest thing in the house. Lap 64 of 70. We're about halfway done with lap 64. Time is running out. On both sides. On both sides. Sting does not have a comfortable lead on G-Force. But we've seen that G-Force has made a mistake or two under pressure, and he does it again. Too tight on the turn. I think that's the second time we've seen him make that mistake when the pressure rises. He spotted a woman in a bikini. I did notice the bra hanging down from the walls. I wasn't going to say anything, but I was like, wow. Who left that there? It's right here. It's right here on G-Force screen. There it is. I don't know. I guess it's a swimsuit. That makes more sense now. There at the spa. But I've got to shut the hell up. Because not only do we have Stingox versus G-Force, we've also got Frostbitten versus Famous on our hands here. Both. Tensions. Building. Maggie Rock has found a new best lap. You can smell the tension. Absolutely, in G-Force versus Sting, he's once again got Sting right there right in front of him. This has happened how many times at this point? Oh man, these two. Famous and Frost whipping it still. But let's swap pokers. I'll go on G-Force, you go on Famous. Perfect. We've got the battle for first on the main screen. Famous wrecks out. Frost once again nabbing up a nice lead for third. Lap 68 begins for G-Force and Sting. 68, 69, 70. That's all they've got left. Neither one of them feeling secure at all in this, but arguably G-Force more in the role of cat. Stingux in the role of mouse. Will he find a catch? The claws are out. That is for sure. Will there be a kill? Two laps remain. Stingux loses some gap. Will he go for another tactical pass, Kilobaris? That's my question. Will Stingux allow for another tactical pass? Okay, and they're beginning their final lap. No room for a tactical pass here. Time for tactics is done. It's a time for racing. G-Force tries to find it. Oh, he's really going for it. He's really reaching for it. He's in Stingux's head for sure, but Stingux survives. Do they go for the cut? This cut can be so finicky. The shortcut for the end. Oh my god. Please stay strong until the end. Let's see what happens here. G-Force spins. We still got Famous and Frost duking it out. They're on their final lap as well, but that is Stingux locking down first. Unless G-Force does something absurd. He's close, but no cigar. We've got Famous versus Frost on our hands here on their final lap as well. Famous is in the boxes. He's looking at the 18+ duck toys. What is your deal, Famous? You had one lap left until you could play with all the 18+ duck toys that you wanted. And it is going to be Frost in third, Famous in fourth, Lampert fifth. This is a pretty cut and dry race here for the end. Power 8 versus Ertzu. Ertzu versus Laggy Rock. That's all we got left. 100 meters between them. They're all on their final laps. Pretty cut and dry here for the finale. Not the finale of the RVEC, of course, but the finale of today's race, Spa Bowl 2. Okay, and so I have a straw poll to finish. If you don't leave yet, y'all, don't leave yet. The race is done. Congratulations to Sting bringing home another dub, just barely over G-Force. One of the best races of the entire season, I can very confidently say. But I do need to make a straw poll right here so that y'all can bet, or y'all can have your word on who you thought the driver of the day was. So give me just a moment on that. I'm going to be filling in the cells with great haste. I'll still include you, Kilobaris. maybe Kilobaris wins driver of the day. Okay, so I think we've got everyone in this poll. Again, as always, if I forgot someone, just let me know and I can fix it. But here is our here's our driver of the day. Go ahead and have your voice heard. Let's go ahead over to here. GG's all around. Again, we had first place Stingox. Second, G-Force by less than a second, or just a little bit more than a second, rather. Frost finding third, Famous finding fourth. Wow. So, that basically concludes our race for today. Now, as a reminder, we've got Helios next week and a Jailhouse Rock to conclude us. Huge shout out to Pokers for the picture-in-picture. Huge shout out to Duck, if you're here, for helping so much with providing that program. It was all my fault for not having it figured out, but it is figured out now. And thank you to the chat for popping off. I'm so glad that y'all were here for this monumental of a race between GeForce and Sting. Ultimately is Sting winning that. Now, if you haven't had your fill of Revolt action, we've got the Revolt Racing League Division 3 Wednesday, 18 UTC, Division 2 Friday, 19 UTC, Division 1 Saturday, 19 UTC, and then we'll be back again with Helios this next week, Revolt Endurance Championship. Predictions, yes, GeForce 1, Stingox 1, so we will be awarding that. Now, I might not be able to be here on Friday, so if you're Division 2, I deeply apologize. So Sting had 10 points. Someone put 10 points on Sting, and they're going to be reaping all of the benefits of that. They're going to be walking home with like 5K points. Whoever put that 10 on Sting, it was a good choice. We'll see who it was. Who won it? Who won all the money? Oh, it's not going to show. Oh, Ertsu! Ertsu with the 5.8K from a 10-point bet on Stingox. All right, well, that's it for us today. Be sure to be back on Wednesday. We got 2 days of break to have a little cool-off session, and we'll be back with more Revolt action. This next week is a featherweight carnival. It's going to be our last pickups on session. It's going to be a very mahim. It's going to be very mahim. Yes, so we'll get the VODs sorted out. Not sure why I didn't automatically update. I have gotten all the VODs updated and preserved. There are no VODs that are expiring. So don't worry about the VODs disappearing. They will be there. And thank you all so much for tuning in. And we'll see you Wednesday, hopefully. And back with the RVEC Sunday. Cheers, y'all.